Live from the Ed McMahon Mass Communications Center at Quinnipiac University, this is QNN, the Quinnipiac News Network.
Good evening and welcome to QNN. I'm Nicola Finelli.
And I'm Teresa Santos. With the semester coming to an end, Quinnipiac students are preparing for the much anticipated May weekend.
Stephanie Allwart has the story.
The quad was looking a little greener this morning as Quinnipiac welcomed the farmers market to the Tater Lawns for the Earth Day Fair and Flea Market. Quinnipiac students and Hamden locals gathered to check out the various tables that included earth-friendly products, discounted basketball clothing, and free flowers and fruit. A sustainable fashion show with designs by professional artists and QU students also took place.
Dance Fusion will be having their second annual showcase tomorrow at 8 p.m. in Buckman Theater. Admission is $1 at the door and all proceeds will go to the Dizzy Feet Foundation, which provides scholarships for underprivileged dancers. The event is open to all. Final exams, thesis papers, and graduation. Talk about stressful. See which group on campus is helping students keep it together in these last few weeks. Kate Sherry has more.
Senator Richard Blumenthal had a close call with a train while standing on a platform for a press conference on Friday. Blumenthal had to quickly jump out of the way as a train sped by. The press conference focused on commuter rail safety and revealed that New York and Connecticut have paid over $500,000 in fines over the last decade for safety violations and defects.
Former First Lady and possible presidential candidate Hillary Clinton will be visiting UConn this Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Clinton will be delivering keynote remarks on issues facing the world today. Her speech will be followed by a Q&A session. This will be Clinton's first time visiting UConn. A young man takes the flight of his life after running away from home.
And the Boston Marathon has the highest attendance in history. Jake Campbell has the story.
Thanks, ladies. It's been 1 year since the savage bombings of the Boston Marathon, but that didn't stop over 36,000 people from returning to finish the race. Last year, 3 people were killed and hundreds were injured when a pair of bombs exploded near the finish line. Meb Keflezighi won the marathon this year. Not only was he the first person to finish, he was also the first American to win since 1983. A 16-year-old Californian hitched a ride on a plane to Hawaii. The only trouble was his seat was in the landing gear. The teen hopped the fence at San Jose Airport Monday morning and spent close to 6 hours in the wheel well of a Boeing 767. Upon arrival at Kahului Airport in Maui, the teen fell out of the plane where tarmac workers found him stumbling around. As of today, the teen is in the custody of Child Protective Services and is not being charged. An 18-year-old Pennsylvania high school senior didn't get the response he was hoping for when he asked out Miss America. Patrick Farves asked the pageant beauty Nina Davluri to prom during an assembly she was speaking at. The pageant winner had to decline his invitation due to scheduling conflicts. He didn't get a date out of the conversation, but he did get a 3-day suspension from his high school administration. Now, asking out celebrities is kind of being a new fad among kids in high school. What celebrity would you guys ask out if you had the chance?
Definitely Zac Efron. I think he's very attractive and he's so nice. I would definitely ask him out.
Dave Franco has my heart. I will guarantee make a YouTube video and just hit him up. Coming up on QNN, a new screening trial can detect if you have cancer. Find out how.
Plus, an Italian pianist plays for peace. We'll be right back.
Police are investigating the death of an infant in Naugatuck early this morning. Police responded to the home on Diamond Street around 7 a.m. today. So far, there has been no arrest made over the infant's death. However, police confirmed there was an arrest made at the home last night while 2 people were fighting over a cell phone.
Yale New Haven Hospital will hold a free cancer screening this week. Checkup from the Neck Up will hold 2 screenings from 4 to 6 p.m. Wednesday at the McGivney Center for Cancer Care and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Friday in the East Pavilion Special Events area on the St. Raphael campus. Walk-ins are welcome, but you can register for a free screening by calling 203-688-2000. The U.S. government and an Italian musician are hoping for peace between Ukraine and Russia.
And more bodies have been recovered from the South Korean ferry disaster. Zach Daly has more.
Thanks, ladies. The death toll is rising after a ferry in South Korea capsized last week. There are currently 113 dead and 190 are still missing as divers continue to search the wreckage in the Yellow Sea. 5 crew members have been charged for failing to evacuate passengers while the ship was sinking, and 6 other crew members have been detained. The cause of the accident is still undetermined as officials continue to investigate the matter. With the crisis in Ukraine showing no end, U.S. Vice President Joe Biden pledged support for Ukraine. Biden said the United States will never recognize Russia's annexation of Crimea. U.S. and Ukraine officials believe Russian special forces are behind the efforts to seize government buildings in Ukraine. In addition to voicing support for Ukraine, Biden also promised financial support to help Ukraine become less dependent from Russia. And in lighter news, a 32-year-old Italian pianist loaded up his grand piano and drove from Germany to Ukraine to play for peace between the two countries. He set up in front of a government building occupied by pro-Russian protesters. A crowd gathered around him as he played a rendition of the Beatles' hit song, Let It Be. And Teresa and Nicolette, I heard a little bit of that song. He sounded really good. Maybe Quinnipiac should get him for the spring concert.
I don't know about that.
Maybe, I don't know.
He was good, maybe not that good. Coming up on QNN, we have your weather forecast for the week.
Plus, find out where healthcare is now available for the homeless. We'll be right back.
It looks like the spring weather is finally here to stay. The temperatures are in the high 50s, reaching 66 on Wednesday.
Plus, there's a chance of rain showers tonight with sun for the rest of the work week, and rain Friday night into Saturday.
Well, I guess April showers bring May flowers, so hopefully May will be a little better.
I know.
A new study shows how smoking pot can be more harmful than we thought.
And ways to help people stay healthy, even if they don't have a place to live. Marcus Haroon has more.
If you thought smoking marijuana occasionally was okay, a new study released this week suggests you might want to reconsider. The Journal of Neuroscience study said casual marijuana use is linked to major changes in the brain. Researchers say the degree of brain damage was related to the number of joints smoked per week. The college students they studied smoked a range of 0 to more than 20 joints every week. We heard about the emotional journey marathon runners faced in Boston yesterday, but all long-distance runners face a physical journey too. There are some interesting tips to avoid injuries while running. The Wall Street Journal reports that drinking pickle juice will help restore sodium lost while sweating, and cherry juice has antioxidants which combat muscle pain. And we all know going to the doctor can be expensive, but it's especially hard for those less fortunate. A new clinic is offering primary care for the homeless in Portland, Maine. The city got a federal grant to offer doctor services because there were no shelters in the area. Once they get more funding, they hope to add dental service too. And with the huge burden of healthcare costs, it really seems like the new center will be a big help in the area. Back to you.
Let's just hope other states follow suit. Coming up on QNN, an American hero's death that came under much speculation is remembered after 10 years.
Plus, major changes have been made to one New York sports team. Stay with us. More college freshmen are being drafted to the NBA.
Plus, Quinnipiac baseball is on a winning streak. Shane Doyle is here with the details.
Thanks, ladies. The Quinnipiac baseball team was riding a 9-game winning streak into this past weekend. They welcomed St. Peter's to Hamden over Easter weekend. The 3-game series got underway Saturday as they played a doubleheader. Quinnipiac was able to win both games 5-2 and 9-2. Then on Sunday, they completed the sweep with a 9-3 win. The Bobcats now sit at second place in the MAC. And it was 10 years ago today that Pat Tillman was killed in a battle. The former NFL player decided to fight for his country instead of playing in the NFL. His death was much publicized, and his family was told that he was killed by enemy fire. But over the years, the story has changed as it was revealed he was killed by friendly fire. When Phil Jackson was hired as team president during the season, rumors started swirling that head coach Mike Woodson would be fired. The rumors became reality yesterday as Woodson was fired after a 37-45 season. Coming into the season, the Knicks were supposed to contend with the East Elite like the Heat and the Pacers, but instead they ended up missing the playoffs. And another freshman phenom is making the jump to the NBA as Kentucky freshman Julius Randle declared for the draft today. The 6'9" power forward won the SEC Freshman of the Year award as he averaged a double-double with 15 points and 10 rebounds a game. He's projected to be a top 5 pick. So ladies, who do you think should coach the Knicks?
I think everyone's a good candidate.
Shane, you gotta be kidding me. President Obama hosted the 136th Easter egg roll at the White House on Sunday.
The theme of this year's event was Hop into Health, Swing into Shape, as the President and First Lady entertained the 30,000 people in attendance on the South Lawn of the White House.
Thanks for joining us for QNN News.
We'll be back in the fall with more news from Quinnipiac and the local community.
Technology has eased some of the burden of our increasingly demanding lives, but it's also leading to a more inactive lifestyle.
I mean, I think we have very busy lives, and we're trying to multitask, but again, lots of people are sitting and watching TV, and I don't see a lot of people, not as many people are exercising as they should be.
The choice to spend more time sitting takes its toll on your health.
For the most part, if you're sedentary, then it leads to a decrease in your metabolism level, which can then lead to obesity and high blood pressure and high cholesterol and diabetes.
According to a study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, people who spend 4 or more hours a day on screen-based activities are twice as likely to suffer a heart attack or other cardiovascular event than people spending less than 2 hours. The absence of vigorous exercise in favor of more leisure time weakens the heart.
For somebody who's not exercising, who's not moving, they're going to have a resting heart rate of over like 70. So again, their heart has to work harder to do less. Again, so it doesn't make as much sense. So if you can try to exercise and move a little bit more, then you're going to improve the efficiency of that heart and ultimately make it stronger. If something's stronger, it doesn't have to work as hard.
Medical professionals and trainers agree people need to be more active in their everyday lifestyles.
Taking the stairs instead of the elevator, you know, those kind of things, getting up and moving around. Maybe at lunchtime, if you have a safe place to walk outside, doing those kind of things.
Every 20 minutes, just get up. Every 20 minutes, just get up and stand up and stretch. Get your legs moving, go to the bathroom, get something to drink. Just stretch, because what happens is your body starts to, like I said before, your body's going to adapt to whatever it does the most.
Stepping away from the TV or computer may be a difficult task for some, but in the long run, your heart will thank you. Taylor Massey, Q30 News. The Rams are enjoying a true home field advantage this season after construction of a new turf field kept them on the road for all but one game last year.
Having the home crowd this year especially, it really brought up the atmosphere around here and just made us play that much better.
However, the addition of the new field was accompanied by a loss. Nearly 30 seniors graduated from the team last year.
Well, you know, you go into a season, you don't know what you're going to get. The good thing is that the seniors I do have are great leaders, and then the younger group, the sophomores and juniors, are all guys that played a lot last year. There's some phenomenal athletes in that group, so it makes the transition pretty easy.
The Rams know it's not about what you gain or lose, it's about what you maintain. Family.
We're a team. We play together. We play for one another. The guys in the locker room care about each other. They care about each other out on the field. And I think our biggest thing is that these guys will do anything they can to help each other.
All the stuff that we went through in the off season definitely, created a very, very strong bond that can't be broken.
The Rams still face some uncertainty for next season, but they will without a doubt have a home and have each other. Taylor Massey, Q30 Sports.
In health news, may there finally be a cure for diabetes?
And people in 2 New England states have been treated for a highly contagious disease. Taylor Massey tells us what to look out for.
Thanks, guys. People living in Rhode Island and Massachusetts may have been exposed to measles. A patient was recently treated at Rhode Island Hospital with symptoms similar to the disease. James Palmer of the Rhode Island Health Department says measles is highly contagious and spread through the air. Anyone who thinks they may have been affected should contact their doctor. People suffering from type 2 diabetes may have new hope for a solution. A recent study of 150,000 people found a rare gene mutation could reduce the risk for diabetes by 2/3. Drug companies Pfizer and Amgen are working on a project to imitate the mutation, but it could take 10 to 20 years before it's released. And a smart way to prevent diabetes and other diseases is by eating right. March is National Nutrition Month, and we have some tips for healthy eating on a budget. Plan meals ahead of time and cut careless spending by sticking to your grocery list. Buy fruits and vegetables that are in season and usually cheaper. Then add protein to meals using lean meats. A simple trick to control portion size is by using smaller plates. And the easiest way to stay healthy and save money is cooking at home instead of spending money out. I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm going to try to cook a lot more meals at home this month.
Oh yeah.